Hey, what's up? It's pack 3 of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan draft picks, and just like always, I'm going to open up this pack and see what we get. What would I pick first, second, third, and so forth through the pack. Um, I found people have sort of a mixed opinion of this particular draft format. I think it's been okay. What I do think, though, is once you get down an archetype hole in terms of like the cards that you get, you kind of just keep going down that hole. So there's not a lot of transitioning out of things unless you can do it early. For example, if you started, you start drafting artifacts or something. I kind of feel like you just have to keep going down that route. It's not like you're going to switch into dinosaurs very easily or descend or something like that. It can be done, but I just think it's a little bit harder to do that. But let's see what we get in this third pack here. We got Disturbed Slumber, Echo of Dusk, Unlucky Drop, Petrify, Ancestor's Aid, a Compass Gnome, Mephitic Draught, Marauding Brine Fang, Attentive Sunscribe, Twists and Turns, Explorer's Cache, Mischievous Pup, Zoetic Glyph, Sanguine Evangelist, and a Captivating Cave. Ooh, okay. I think we do have some tough choices to make here. Some of these cards I personally really like. Yeah, let's see our rare here. It's the Sanguine Evangelist, and it's a vampire, 2/1. Has Battle Cry. Whenever this creature attacks, other attacking creatures get +1/+0 until end of turn. That's something you don't see very often, Battle Cry. And that's because when the Evangelist enters the battlefield or dies, you get to make a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. So when this comes in, you make a bat. If it dies, it makes a bat. Now, if this is dead, then Battle Cry is not going to work with a bunch of, if he's dead and the bats are there. But for 3 mana, it's not bad. I mean, you get like a 2/1 and a 1/1. And when it dies, you get a 1/1. So this is a really good value card. I think this is a great card. Zoetic Glyph's more straightforward, and this has been a powerhouse in this format. You enchant an artifact, it becomes a golem creature with base power and toughness 5/4. 5/4 is beefy. And when this thing gets put into the battlefield, you can discover 3. So something that's great with this is you put this like on an Oaken Siren or something like that, like a flying thing like that, or like on turn 3 you put it on like a Deconstruction Hammer or Pirate Hat or something like that. It becomes a 5/4. Very hard to deal with early in the game. So what would I pick out of the two of these? That's a hard choice. I think, the guys who love value, I feel like they would go for the Evangelist. I think I would just pick the Glyph, because I think it's just so straightforward and just so punishing early. And then I think I'll go to Sanguine Evangelist second. And then the Explorer's Cache has just been a really great card. I've loved using this. For 2 mana, it's an artifact. It has 2 counters on it that you can kind of spread out, over a few turns here. When things die, this thing gets counters back onto it, and then you can start to redistribute them. Really great card. Really versatile. Makes your creatures really tough to, beat in combat, especially when they're getting +1/+1 counters and things like that, especially in a green deck as well. So that's going to be third. After that, I really do like Petrify. Petrify has been a really good removal spell in this format. They stay on the battlefield. You can still use that creature for, different things like crafting or tapping or whatever. But if you need to just get through those creatures or petrify something really big, this is great. 2 mana kind of makes them a little bit more irrelevant. Not completely, though. Okay, so we got that card. The rest of the cards I feel like are a little bit harder to judge. I'm going to go with a couple of creatures next. I've liked the Attentive Sunscribe a lot. First, I thought it was just kind of a whatever card. It's 2/2 for 2. But I really love that it just when you tap it, it scries. And that just helps smooth your draws out really, really well. It's an artifact that's relevant. And then like in a tapping deck where you're trying to tap things down for value, like putting +1/+1 counters on things, or like or if you what do you call it? You have the red guy that when you tap it, it pings damage. Tap two things, ping some damage. This is cool for that. And then you get a scry too, which is great. Unlucky Drop, I think, is next. These kind of cards are cool. These are removal spells. Especially if you can bounce like a big token or something. That works great for that. Next up, we have Echo of Dust. Not a lot of descending cards in the packs that I've opened, but this is really nice. It becomes a 3/3 for just Descend 4. If you're really heavily descending, Descend 4 is not too hard to get to. And having a 3/3 lifelinker is pretty good. Lifelink is so annoying. I find Lifelink to be super annoying. After that, I guess Twists and Turns is kind of an interesting card. If a creature you would control would explore, you scry one and then explore. So it kind of gives you a little bit more options on your explorer. You got to really explore a lot to do that. But also, like, the creature explores when this comes down. And it does transform into 3 and green. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal the creature there, put the rest on the bottom. So, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with this card. I feel like it's really slow, though. I'll pick it next, I guess. Then we'll go with the Brine Fang, which is the blue island cycling card. Then we'll go with the Pup, which just like returns permanents to their hand. This can be good for some things. I'm thinking some of the cards you can craft with or flip over, or you can regain value from things. That might be decent for that. We'll go with the Drought next. The Gnome, Aid, Slumber, and then Cave. I don't really care about Cave so much just because I don't like the Caves deck and I don't ever play it. And that's just my own bias. Maybe I should have taken the Cave. I don't know. But we're going to go with Zoetic Glyph first. Then the Evangelist, the Cache, Petrify, Sunscribe, Unlucky Drop, Echo of Dust, Twists and Turns, Brine Fang, the Pup, the Drought, the Gnome, Aid, Slumber, and the Cave. Maybe the Cave should go earlier. Yeah, let's put the Cave here. I feel like the Cave is better than what it should be, that I initially put it. But let me know if you agree or disagree with the things I've put in this particular order. Have fun with your drafts, and I will see you next time.